Well, here I am. Am I in the shot? And I'm rocking my Campcraft t-shirt. Thank you to Jason Hunt. He gave it to me a couple weeks ago when I was in Bethlehem, Kentucky at Campcraft. And today I'm rocking a regular sized Campcraft waxed canvas haversack. These are all hand waxed. And I'm going to show you in just a moment what I have inside. Well, I just set up my Teton Sports double extra large cot under this DD 3x3 tarp, and wanted to show you what's inside of my Campcraft haversack. So on the outside I just have a dummy cord. This is actually Night Eyes locking S-beaner that sometimes I attach things to, sometimes I don't, but kind of nice. Now I did add a button snap to the outside of the haversack. The haversacks do not come that way. I did another video, it's called Awww SNAP, and I show you how you could do that, and there's a link to the snap making kit. But anyway, let's see what's inside of here. First of all, oh, we've got a Crown Royal bag. What's in there? This is a Thrunite TH10 headlamp. I like it a lot. Very bright. It uses 18650 batteries, which I think are great. They certainly last a weekend, if not longer. And anyway, so Thrunite TH10. I actually brought this for my little sister. Put that there. In fact, you know what? I'll just throw it inside of her tent.
That's great. I just brought that mag light.
Well, the mag. Well, now you got a headlamp. Okay. All you got to do is screw in. I keep the battery cap a little unscrewed so you can't accidentally turn it on. Okay. So just tighten the battery cap and rock and roll.
Okay, thank you.
So there you go. Here I have an Anchor. What is this called? Soundcore Mini. This is a great little product, by the way. This actually has a memory card right here. See that? I can take that out. And this is a 32 gig memory card that's loaded up with tunes. I got Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Muddy Waters, all kind of good stuff. In fact, let's see what's on here right now. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but let's see what's playing.
That's loud.
Yeah, it's pretty loud. And for those of you who don't automatically recognize that, that is the great sound of Muddy Waters. So, but what's great about this is it fits right in a cup holder, and it's got a good sound. All right, next. This is a Campcraft Outdoors waxed canvas, again, hand waxed Tinder Bag. Now, because I do reenacting, Civil War reenacting, I contacted Jason privately and asked if he could do it without the Campcraft logo, because that wouldn't have been exactly period correct, and without the cotton ties. He put leather ones on here for me. So this is, you know, custom, if you will, but it's the same. The actual pouch itself is the same. And I've got a bunch of Fragmites in here. I don't want to make a mess, so I'm just going to roll this back up. But look at some of my Fragmites videos. I got a bunch of them. So I got a little bit of tinder in my Campcraft tinder pouch, and that's good stuff. A little bit of tinder is always good to have in a haversack, Rachel. So,
I'll get right on that.
So there we go. Put that here for a moment. This is really cool. This I got from Beaver Bushcraft, thanks to Mark and Helen over at Beaver Bushcraft. I'll put a link down below for them too. This is a Bespoke Hudson Bay Tinderbox belt pouch. which is pretty awesome. So maybe we'll get Rachel Wayne doing flint and steel later tonight.
Oh, I was thinking I could put that on my belt. I got a nice belt that would match.
Well, if you're good. So I've got that in there, your flint and steel kit. I've got some Kleenex, because I like having Kleenex when I go camping, and it's nice to just have it right in my haversack. I've got this rather big piece of cotton, and it's just a useful thing. A lot of people wear chamogs and stuff like that, and this does the same thing, but it's white. But I also use this as a napkin. So I get, you know, bacon in my beard or whatever, cheese on my lips, and use that. I can wet it down, put it on my head. A million different uses for a piece of cotton like that. Anyway, what's next? Everything else is in this Campcraft Outdoors waxed cotton possibles pouch. I'll open that up. Now this says Princeton Tech, but actually it is a Nitecore. I really like this too. I want to get this right. This is the Nitecore NU25 headlamp, and I'm a big fan of this thing. Very nice headlamp, and I keep it in a Thrunite case. This one I'll be using. I'm still testing this one, but so far I absolutely love it. So Rachel Wayne will use the bigger, more powerful headlamp, and I'll use this one. I've got an Exotec Candle Tin. This is the Hot Burn Small, and I was gifted this by none other than our very own Rachel Wayne.
Well, only because on our last road trip, there was a lot of chat about Exotec, so I went on the website just to check out what it was, because all of these things I'm so unfamiliar with.
So a little more context, when Rachel Wayne and I went down to Campcraft Outdoors in Bethlehem, Kentucky for her to do the forging and blacksmithing class.
It was awesome, by the way.
With Jamie Burleigh, Mark Eberts, and Glenn Schatzall. Jamie and I road tripped down with Rachel. The three of us made the drive, and we were talking about Exotec quite a bit. And Exotec, call me, JW, at jwapothecary.com. So that's the context. Rachel kept hearing Jamie and I talking about Exotec, so she went out and she bought me an Exotec Candle Tin.
It's all I could afford, you know.
So I've got that. I've got a Swiss Army Hercules, which I bought in Geneva, Switzerland. It's got one of these ferrocerium rods in there. But anyway, I like the Hercules. The main blade locks, which is great. I like how wide it is. It gives me a good working handle. And it also has pliers, which are kind of unique for a Swiss Army knife, but this Victorinox has it. So there you go. So I've got that. Sometimes I'll put this on the dummy cord, sometimes I won't. I've got some more bank line just in case I need it. I've got some picaridin here, bug spray, and then I've got two of these EDC pouches from, you can guess, Campcraft Outdoors. I got these down there when I was there. So in this one I've got, what do you know, Rachel, an Exotec rip spool.
Wow.
This is a repair kit. There's have you seen this, Rachel?
I saw it on the internet, but I didn't know what it was, and I also didn't know what those little tabs were, because I just don't know.
Well, I'll explain. So right here, this black stuff is actually duct tape.
Did you put that on there, or did they put that on there?
This is straight out of the box. So this has got duct tape here. And then this part that's still covered with plastic, because I haven't used it yet, is like a thread, but like a high strength kind of cordage underneath there. And then inside, this unscrews, and there is a needle. So this is basically a little repair kit.
So rip stool is like, because it's ripped, and then you have to fix it. I didn't know what that meant.
Rip spool.
Spool.
Because it's on a spool, yeah.
And is there like a thread in there?
That is the thread right here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's thread there. And I think this might be fire cord. I'm not sure. The inside of the 550 paracord. I think there might be something that you can start fires with.
Yeah, that's what it was saying, that they were selling like a bunch of these little,
Yeah,
just like a little, this little
they
bag.
do, and I think that's this. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, here we've got some pills in a little vial that I got from Bushcraft Outfitters, and just some Advil, Aleve, allergy stuff, Pepto. Got an herbal thing in there. Let's see here, probably the most important thing. By the way, if I don't remember the name of the video, but Really Big Monkey 1, David Pearson, just did a video in the last week about the 5 H's, and one of them had to do with dehydration. So please, it's a really good video, Dave. You did a really great job. But I'll put a link to Dave's video underneath. But this is my favorite. This is my Rehydration Packet. It's pretty awesome. Rachel, we can get a close-up of that. But what I really like about this is it's not just the salts. It also has 1,200 milligrams of vitamin C. There's other vitamins and minerals in here. And, you know, I do seasonal work out in the heat, and these things are just amazing. I'm a big fan. These are made by Trace Minerals. I get the acai flavor ones, and I buy them by the box. Let's see what else. We've got my little mini Booboo Kit, which I have in a little sock container. These are little vials of like essential oil blends and stuff that I can just roll on. Cuts. This is the first aid blend here, but I've got others. There are 4 in here, along with some Benadryl. I am a big believer in carrying Benadryl out in the field, especially for bee stings. One time I was mowing and I got stung over 25 times, and if it weren't for Benadryl, I would have been hurting real bad. And then I have some Band-Aids in here. So that's the extent of my Booboo Kit. And all of that fits great in this Campcraft EDC pouch. The hydration packets, I've got 4 of those in here. I've got the vial of over-the-counter medications, and I've got the rip spool all packed in here. But I also have another one. Let's see what's in here. This one I've got I don't know, is that like maybe a 5-inch ceramic for sharpening my knife, honing really, not sharpening, but honing my knife. I've got a pocket bellows, big fan of that. Rachel's looking at me like,
what is a pocket bellow?
The pocket bellows, Rachel Ann.
I don't know.
Awesome.
Should I come closer?
No, you're fine. It's basically like somebody ripped off an old car radio antenna. And
then you blow through it.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
That's nice.
It's very nice. It's, you know, most of the time you don't need one, but a lot of times in the morning I like to restart the fire with the coal from the night before, and sometimes a little extra oxygen helps. And in here I've got my fire kit for the weekend, which starts with the Ranger Band, aka inner tube from a bicycle, which is flammable. And then here we have some of these waxed, it's not a Micro Inferno, but it's basically the same thing from another company, waxed cotton. And in here, these are all basically matchstick size, fat wood, highly resinous. And I've got a whole bunch that'll light lots of fires, and then a mini Bic, and that's my fire kit. If I can't get a fire going with these, I don't know how to make a fire. And because I do know how to make a fire, that is more than enough. So anyway, maybe Rachel Ann will play with that later, but that all fits in here very nicely. I just put that in here like so. Pocket bellows, the ceramic honing rod, and I snap that up, and that all fits in here with plenty of space to go. This thing is awesome. This again is the Campcraft Outdoors Possibles bag, and the thing's huge, and I love how it opens up really wide. I can see everything that's in there really nicely, and I'm just a big fan. I might need to get a couple more of these. Huge zipper. I mean, this thing is massive, and that's pretty awesome. So that is what's in my haversack for the weekend.
Well, and Jamie Wayne, if I might interject, I like how it all matches, because that's more my thing. I like the color. It's really good color. If it got dirty, it wouldn't matter. Whereas my blue haversack, if that gets dirty, it's gonna look dirty. And I like how it has the, I don't know how you call it, like how it looks worn, but that's the way it's supposed to be.
It does.
It's really a nice, like, marbleized look to it.
I would agree with you. I think wax canvas looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And I did add that snap, which I think is not, now the EDC pouches, they do come with snaps, but the haversack does not. So check out my video, Awww SNAP, to learn how to do that. And there you go. And there's still lots of room in here. I mean, there's more room in this haversack. It is not fully loaded, and frankly, I think part of the problem that a lot of people have is overloading their haversack. A haversack is supposed to have room in it, extra room, to add things that you might pick up while you're out and about. I could put some snacks in here if I'm going to go for a hike. I can, I could put a water bottle in here if I needed to. I could add all kind of stuff in here if I needed to.
That's my Nalgene.
Oh,
I've had since high school.
Which would totally fit in there, for sure. So anyway, shout out to Jason Hunt at Campcraft. He makes some very good waxed canvas. It's all hand waxed, and the more I've been using it, the more I've been liking it, and I'm sure to buy more from Campcraft Outdoors in the future. Thank you for the shirt as well. I appreciate that, and I look forward to visiting Campcraft down in Bethlehem, Kentucky again sometime in the future. Well, I think that's it. Anything I forgot, Rachel? Have any questions?
No, I think I was educated quite well on the things that I didn't know about, so thank you.
Well, all right, Rachel, thank you. The woman behind the camera, Rachel Wayne. See you next time.